So, welcome everybody back to Phoenix. We got the problem settled away as drivers now will start to line up in their qualifying order. a big day, as it's the final race in D2. Lots of drivers are excited to get the season over with and ready for the new opportunities D1 will bring them. This Como will go around the racetrack and line up in first. Let's take a look at what are the stats for tonight's race. 65 laps around Phoenix Raceway. Fuel window is around 40 laps. We'll see how drivers do in the corners, though, as some drivers do be on the gas. And pit speed is the same as always, 100. Stay under it. Nanners is unable to join us tonight. Radiant don't know where he went. And Yummy will be coming up in the booth from time to time. So we'll just get everything ready.
Yeah.
For the race. I need to turn you up.
My bad. Yeah, I have it turned down because of my keyboard.
Mm-hmm. Everyone getting lined up. Coma taking the pole, breaking Flat's record. At least somewhat.
Yeah. The last race of the season for D2. After a very long season, it felt like. You know, if you just looked at the schedule, it didn't seem that long, but of course we had those couple of breaks, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, it started around when D1 started, but it's supposed to be a shorter schedule.
Supposed to be. Of course, as we get lined up here, 65 laps today. Should be an interesting one. I mean, we've seen some good racing here before out of the D3 guys, so hopefully we get the same kind of show.
Driver favorite from the D3 guys.
Oh yeah. Surprisingly, it's been a good track.
We got Coma's POV ready to show you.
Get ready to go green.
Ready. Oh, yes we are. Here we go.
Green flag. Green. Quick start.
Ooh, Dan. Already cutting the dog leg, and that's something you can't do here at Phoenix, at least here in MRL. Can't cut that dog leg.
Yeah, Casual kind of swiping out in front of them. They get onto the back stretch here at Phoenix. Bit spread out.
Into turn one.
Coma leading us off as Port.
Not do, Dan.
Dan.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
Alright, well, leaderboard's a little broken, so we'll just have to show you the small graphic instead. Coma's still holding that lead, but Casual is slowly catching up, due into the wall in the back. Port to third. Genty's got to work his way from the back to the front. Here comes Casual with a little bit of a run on the inside, not quite able to take it away.
I'll be right back.
Casual now trying the outside lane. He's going to come back down in the middle of the corner. Genty making a pass for fourth. Weird how D2 has these issues. And Genty going wide into the wall they go. Casual looking to the outside. Oof. Might go split screen here just to try to get this back of the field a little bit. Just gotta get stuff ready for it.
Casual looking to the inside down the back stretch on Coma, going into turns 3 and 4.
Gonna take
Looks
the
like
lead
he's gonna
away.
make the move.
Let me turn on this.
Leaderboard is almost fixed.
Almost. Coma taking the lead back in 1 and 2. Casual now looking to the outside and the exit of the corner. Isn't quite gonna work. Port and Genty fighting pretty hard here for third. Port having to defend off Genty. Genty takes the inside. Casual still working his way back on Coma. Here we go. Ginty able to get in front of Port as here comes Casual on the inside, trying to take that lead away once again.
I just can't make it work. I mean, we've seen a lot of grooves here at Phoenix, funnily enough, so you know, it's pretty easy to stick around that outside and keep that position. It's just got to make sure that you have a real clear advantage over the car in front of you to get in front of them here.
Yeah, and I saw this earlier. Como just snaps better than Casual can. So he's just faster, the snapping in and out of the corners.
This Casual breaks a bit late there, but just come up the track. He's going to take the position. See for how long as Ginty continues to fend off Port.
Here comes Como on the inside. Casual just kind of left that one open for him.
Here comes the switchback, looking back to the inside, down the backstretch. Gonna back out of it a little. Turns 3.
Yeah, I'm just gonna follow right behind him.
Como retakes the position. Port now makes his way past Ginty.
Yeah, and Ginty's gonna dive to the inside, take that lead right back, or third place right back. As Casual's starting to lose a little bit of time. Dan all the way in the back now, right now, kind of struggling. Everyone now mostly single file. Casual looking to the outside here in turn 1. Doesn't really seem like it's the fastest lane.
Got those better exits, but Como's just parking it there on the apex. Can't get around him. Can't move him out of the way. You know, Casual saying after his win at Richmond that he felt that he did not deserve that win. That there was still room to be left on the table. There was still room left on the table for him personally. So he's been working real hard all week towards this race, trying to take it for himself, by himself. But we'll see how well it works out for him this weekend.
2.5 seconds between the front 2 and the rest of the pack. Ooh, Dew and Port getting together now here in the back. Looks like they can't. During practice, these two didn't treat each other very nicely.
Definitely.
Looks like they'll get spread out again as we'll go back to the front. Casual looking, just taking that draft.
He's making sure that he's not making an unnecessary aggressive move that's going to cost him a bunch of track time or position. So far, it's working out for him.
Swap positions. Casual on the inside, Como on the outside.
Oh, as Port and Dew get into the wall.
Yeah, they're fighting back there. Yeah, I got a better idea. Let's do this. Nope, not that. This. Letting Dan catch up. Yeah, they're really fighting back there now for 4th, I believe. Ooh, Casualed into the wall. Did not have the greatest of corners. Two up near the wall. Or looking to the inside. Do up into the wall. Big battle. Oh, Port messed up the entry to the corner. Do into the wall. Everyone just making mistakes here. Ginty trying to catch up now. 3.5 seconds back. Port into the wall hard there. Gets into Dan. Oh. Yummy, are you on track? That could have been bad. Casual now diving to the inside, trying to take the lead away here in 3 and 4. He'll get right to his door. Get a little bit of a boost here. He'll have the lead, and he might just clear him. Not quite able to do it into one. goes wide there on the inside. Stays right with him. Now side by side out of 2. Ooh, into the wall Casual goes. He might be lagging a little bit. Home on the outside. Trying to hold on to his lead. Port diving in turn 3.
Line work.
He's making it work. He's slowly progressing. Oh, he's going to go pretty wide here into 1. Casual able to hold his line. But still.
We're going to continue to be side by side.
I'm surprised with how they're keeping it together like this.
They're 2 pretty respectful drivers. Both pretty fast on their day, too.
Mm-hmm.
Especially Casual recently has had a huge boost in performance last part of this season.
Really taking advantage of that inside line.
Oma having to drop back, move down to the bottom, sitting behind Casual. Cost him some time here.
Making an illegal pass under the line. Kind of got help there, but still did it.
Yeah.
Under the line. Oh. Coming now, looking back to the inside. Side by side into 1. We'll see Oma diving in a little bit harder there.
Yeah.
He'll clear him out of 2. And Port's gonna get by Dan and Do. Back up front, Casual looking. Couldn't quite get to the quarter panel that time. Oh, Do and Port back together. Port nearly went spinning around. Oh my goodness. These 2 not playing nice. And a penalty.
Penalty for the 8.
Red drop for the 8. Yeah, he's been driving real rough tonight. He likes to say he'd like to rough up their... I don't remember what he says. But you do it too much, you get penalized for it. And he's been just doing it a little bit too much. Even with that wall. And that time he just slams into the back of Port. Oh my goodness. Let's take a look back up front. Let's go split screen. I want to keep my eye on these guys. Casual back with the lead. Coma is able to just drive it in a little bit harder, I think. Oh, Dude's gonna go wide and into the wall.
Dude just struggling tonight.
He's not able to get that breaking point down. Casual's holding off the 81. Almost giving him a couple of pushes here. And oh man, they are struggling back there. Port back into the wall. Port and Do. Not a good mix together. Is Coma able to get that inside back to his favor? Kind of takes a wide entry into 3. Becomes Casual to look back to the inside and not able to complete it. These guys, oh, Coma into the wall. And he'll give the position back. I think he might have had a pretty big lag spike there. Not entirely sure.
Yeah, he had a bit of an incident going into that corner. And the position back to Casual. Lost him a good bit of time.
Yeah, we'll see if he's able to make that back up. I think he'll be able to do it in a couple of laps. And just the way he dives into 1 gains him so much time. Port and Do. Now losing to Dan. Do now continuing the wall ride. How long is he going to be able to get away with this?
Not very much longer.
No,
right on that border.
So. Oh, Dan that time kind of getting into the walls. Coma able to take that inside away. But he's back to the lead. And now you and Dan battling.
Do button heads with anybody he can get next to.
Right? We'll see if he's able to finish the race tonight. Oh my goodness, and he just slams into the back of 18. And that's going to be a penalty, and this one's going to be a drive-through.
Yep, drive-through for the 8 car.
I'm not entirely surprised. And then he's going to wall ride turn 1. He'll slow down. Looks like he's just going
all the way down.
Yeah, you got to turn left there, and he's stopped on the track now. I mean, he's not too terribly in the way, but here comes the leaders. Oh, he was typing. Ugh, as he comes down in front of traffic. That was kind of dangerous. Dual serve his drive-through. It looks like the back of the pack might be a little bit more tame now.
Definitely.
As up front, it's still just as much as a battle as it was before. Casual. Ooh,
oh,
big lag spike into the wall. He'll lose a ton of time. Let's see if Coma does the trick that he did last week. It slows down, but
I don't think he will.
No. Casual, just one of those drivers that struggles with lag spikes. It's just unfortunate. See, Port and Dan 12 seconds back. Genty 7 seconds back. Everyone, it's a really spread out field. Do 2 laps down. Sure. Everyone's super spread out. Oh no. I don't know if Do merged, but he is right back to where he started. Oh, and he's gonna get into Dan! Oh my goodness. Dude came back, joined the group he was with, and then immediately starts trouble again. This time he's kind of far away from Dan. Oh, he's just gonna slam him again! And he's gonna get another penalty as Port comes down pit lane.
Drive-through for the 8 car.
And that's gonna be another drive-through for Do.
Massive shoving.
So 2 cars will be coming down pit lane. And the leader's coming by. I'm able to hold on to lead. Casual's actually surprisingly keeping up. You know, we were a little bit early on fuel run. 34 instead of 40. Ford able to get out of the pit lane.
Yeah.
Nice and safely. Ooh, Casual again struggling with lag. Uh-oh.
Oh, it's going to continue into turn 3.
And now he recovers
that time that he just made up.
He was saying that the 87's the one that wrecked him earlier, and maybe try to get some payback there. Maybe try to get some payback, but definitely just not the right way to do it.
Casual continuing to have performance issues, dropping back even further as Dew's going to join the track right next to him.
I swear he's merging to do this.
I don't know.
Cause he was either in that pit lane for a long time.
I mean, he was in the pit lane for a long time.
Yeah, I think that was merged. Dan will be the next car into the pit lane as Dew will drop behind Casual. Or Casual. Keep saying
position. In track position. He is 5 laps down.
Oh my goodness. Oma able to pull over a second of a gap between him and Casual. Is Dan now coming out of pit lane? He's got. Looks like he might come out around. Looks like he might just be behind Port. At least a little bit.
A good ways behind Port, it seems.
Just be out of draft range. So we'll see what happens there. Genty all alone, basically. Oh, I think I know what he's doing. I think Jinty's doing the good old classic JSS. So no gentleman agreement this time around.
Yep. Is.
If Coma's
See
fuel
how that
run,
plays out for him.
if Coma's fuel run's about 40, or at least that's what I was told. We'll see.
He should be coming in soon.
I have a feeling he gave me a little bit of a low fuel run for him, but we will see. This might be a fuel strategy win by Jinty if he's able to pull it off. And that's another 20 laps. And he's losing a bunch of time.
Because you do lose a bunch of time in the pits. It's a long pit lane. Pit speed isn't that fast. I mean, we've seen it with Dan and Port just ahead of Coma. You lose a lot of time in the pits, so that might work out for him. Surprised to see Coma and Casual going so late into the race, especially Casual.
Yeah.
He's always been super conservative with his fuel on when he's stopping. He always tries to make it around the halfway point. Seems to be extending that. Seems to be breaking that habit, moving his window of comfort. So we'll see how that plays out for him. But he is slowly catching Coma. I don't know how much of an effect that's going to have on his fuel either. You naturally kind of use a bit more fuel when you're pushing, at least I do. So we'll see how that works out.
Yeah, you also got to think about that draft, and that draft makes you go faster and uses more fuel. So, and then another thing is that you can use the draft to your advantage to keep your speed while using less fuel. It just depends what strategy he's using, and
there's a lot of variables.
Yeah, and how he's using it.
He's catching.
Yeah, Coma went wide there in turns 1 and 2. Casual had basically the perfect line, and soon enough, these guys are going to be lapping around to get Dan. Dan just a straightaway away. Casual looking to the outside here into turns 1 and 2. Oh, Coma kind of had a hiccup there partway through turn 1. Casual right to his bumper, not able to get anything done out of 2. But he's right there. Now looking to the inside here in turn 3, gets to his quarter panel. Had to kind of give it back there as they met the apron. Now looking back to the outside, a little bit into the wall there, loses a little bit of time, but Coma going way wide here into turn 1. Casual capitalizing on this. Coma snapping a little bit early, but Casual able to hold that inside line. Stan is getting close to that,
yeah.
Getting close to getting lapped.
Really capitalizing on Coma's mistake here as he goes wide.
Oh. And he
comes back down onto Coma's front bumper.
A little bit of texting and driving. Oh, and he's going to come in way early. Or I guess he's just going to run the weird line. And here comes Coma too. Both pitting at lap 45. Jinty is still on track. No one will speed.
See if Jinty comes in.
Doesn't
look like it.
He stays out. He will be your new leader. As everybody else is pit. Jinty was running his JSS. Oh, on pit lane. Looks like Casual and Coma had a little bit of a problem getting in. Oh, Casual went a little early.
Bad stop.
Yeah, bad stop for Casual. He's going to be way behind Coma. As here comes Dew. Right around the racetrack. Looks like Casual might be right behind him. Wow, what a difference.
Yeah, that is a big jump. And when you're in the pits, different, the scale, you know, how far you are apart from people kind of gets multiplied.
It really does.
The cycle, and then with a mess up, with pit issues like that, it just hurts you even more. So that's very unfortunate with Casual there.
Coma's saying, Jinty, I swear to God. I wonder if Coma's not a fan of the JSS being used at this current moment.
It was a gentleman's agreement. Looks like Jinty's going back on it, so I wouldn't be surprised if there were some frustrations.
That's Jinty right now kind of lapping the whole field. Actually, Coma and Casual still on the lead lap. just barely. They got a little over a straightaway of a gap. So, or at least Casual does. Is Dude's still struggling here with turns 1 and 2. Thing is Genty gonna be able to make it all the way?
That's the big question. And are they going to be able to catch him in time? There's not that many laps left, but they've been well clear of him all day, so could be a chance that with Genty saving so much that they may be able to catch him just in time.
That's about 16 seconds of a difference, so I mean, the JSS
We got
isn't
16
fast.
laps left.
Oh, Genty slowing down in the middle of the corner. Looks like he's gonna try to pit. Oh, he slowly gets into pit lane. But he's in the pit lane. He can only make it 50 laps. Coma coming into turn 1. Coma now getting past the pit wall. I don't think the JSS was quite the move. As Coma
Port and Dan
going to retake
across
the
the line.
lead. Coma is your new leader. Genty finally gets into his pit box and he overshoots it. Still struggling to get in. And there he goes. He's finally
already been passed.
Oh, and then now he goes.
A lot of time lost for Genty.
Yeah. He will fall back. Behind Casual. I don't even know where Casual is. Where's Casual? Oh, he is way behind Casual. So that is
The top blunder is
yeah.
coming back around.
Like the click Roblox. There we go. So Coma will be your leader. Casual at about 3 seconds back. Genty 15 seconds back. That strategy did not work.
It did not.
Someone's asking for a yellow. Don't know who.
They're just wanting one.
I mean, it's like everybody up together.
Blame them.
But I don't know if are they on the lead lap?
I think pretty much everybody is. I mean, Dan and Port are continuing to fight it out for 4th there.
Ooh.
Dan's getting yelled at for texting and driving.
Oh, I think he's the one that wants to caution. Because this is really the only battle on the track, as Coma is all alone. Racing on his own. That's an interesting field strat.
Tale as old as time. Dan dives it to the inside of Port. Into turns 3. That's probably one of the biggest dive bombs I've seen down there all night.
Yeah. See what Port does. Looks like he's gonna dive bomb to the inside, moves Dan out of the way. He'll take the position back.
Just barely staying above the yellow line there.
Dan, big
Dan's
bump to the back of the 18. Sends him right into the wall.
All that coming.
Port able to stay up front, though. And then you got Coma straight away.
See if he does it again here in turns 1 and 2. Nope. Just sticking it to the inside.
Port going a little bit wide. He'll lose a little bit of time.
This Casual was creeping up on Coma, but must have had some sort of issue there. He drops back.
Port going a little bit wide into the wall he goes.
Slowly catching.
Yep. Under 10 seconds. 10 laps to go here at Phoenix. This. Oh, what? Genty must be lagging hard. He must have slammed the wall there in turn 3. He's saying he wrecked. I mean, he hit the wall. Didn't lose.
I'm not sure I'd call that a wreck.
Yeah. Yeah, Port. Not too long until that 81 gets to his rear bumper. I wonder if he's gonna fight or just let him by. Coma definitely faster. We're going a little bit wide here in turn 2.
I think Port's giving him the position. Oh.
We'll see. Yeah, it looks like he might. Oh, now he's looking to the inside. Maybe not. Uh-oh. Oh, looks like he'll let him by. Coma will get past Port. Into the wall. Ooh, Port. Kind of giving Coma a little bit of a bump there through 3. He's right on his back bumper. Maybe Port helping Coma catch up to Dan. And you got Ginty there. They all fit about on the same straightaway. Dan struggling, gets into the wall. He's next up on the chopping block. Just 4 laps to go here for D2. And this race going about as... You know, this race kind of sums up the season pretty well. Coma up front, casual redemption arc.
Trying to chase them down.
Trying to catch them down. Ginty just with the JSS. Dan being Dan. Do not finishing on the lead lap.
Yep.
We'll see if he can finish. It's Coma now.
Top
really
4 drivers on track will be making their way into D1 next season. Dan returning after a season's hiatus.
Yeah, then you got Coma, Ginty, and Casual all going to... Ginty and Casual will be teammates next season. 2 laps to go now. And Coma's going over to Team N Motorsports.
Dan trying to fight for position, it seems.
Trying to just be on the lead lap.
Situation like that, like this, I think that's a victory all in itself.
Oh, Dan goes wide, gets into Coma there in turn 3. They could reckon it wouldn't even matter too much. 1 to go here at Phoenix. Final lap for season 2 of the Busch Series.
Been a long one, but I had to finish at some point. After a dominating season, comes through the last couple of corners. The finish, but has been probably one of the most dominant stretches that we've seen in a long while. Coma wins here at Phoenix. Casual coming across the line in second. Ginty will, it seems, wall ride his way to third.
Yeah. He's complaining about the wreck. He really thought there should have been a caution there. You'll finish third. So we'll have to interview him. I want to hear his thoughts on this. But Coma will be your winner. Horndale almost sabotaged Coma.
Well, he had plenty of a lead to cover it up.
Yeah. I wonder if I can do this fast enough. I don't think I can. Alright, Coma will go out and do his burnouts. Hopefully I can get my camera
One last time.
One last time in
the
D.
second division.
Yeah. I'm sure he's happy that the season's finally over.
Been a long one.
Ooh. There he is. He goes and does his burnouts. The last time he'll be driving 81 at least for a season. Still doing burnouts. Let's see. Aston.
Can't go through there.
No, there's a wall there. He's trying to get through there. There's an invisible. Whoa! Genty gets spun out of existence. Aventa will try to lead Coma to the way to victory lane. You know, it might be easier just to, get him there. I don't know. He makes his way into victory lane. Oh, that says Las Vegas.
Alright, I'm gonna...
Yep.
Alright.
Alrighty, let's take a look at Discord. Let's get Coma up here.
Yeah.
It's finally over, Coma.
It's finally over. I've been waiting well, obviously I've been waiting the entire season for it to be over because that's how that works, but I've been waiting since like Watkins Glen for this thing to be over, man.
Yeah, just a couple of races left in D1 and D3. I mean, what'd you think of the season?
Overall, it's pretty good. First custom game league, and it did not disappoint. I couldn't have asked for better community, competition, setups. I mean, the whole front was just... I'm really excited to be more involved in MRL next season. I got some great opportunities this season. I had some mixed bags when it came to races. Some were a bit more boring than others, if I'm to be completely honest. But I think towards the end, it really tightened up with me, Casual, even Ginty were definitely in the mix there.
All right. Focusing on Phoenix. I mean, you were pretty dominant all day. But an interesting fuel strategy. For everybody. I mean, what was kind of your process through it?
I won't lie. Casual had pace. Had insane pace. I came out of the pit box, and I'm pretty sure Casual said he had some words to say after the race. And I'm pretty sure it's the scuffle that we happened in pit road. Basically, I got draft in the pits. I didn't want to hit him. I also didn't want to back down and give him more space. So I took that draft, went beside him, might have blocked him off a couple pit stops. He did pit right behind me. And honestly, he sucked up like a lap or two instantly. I was so confused at how he was that much faster. And then once I got beside him, I realized right away that he was braking a lot earlier in coming into turn 3, which allowed him to get low and fast a lot quicker than me. So once I adapted that, unfortunately, Casual having his lag plague him week after week. It would have plagued him at Richmond if the shenanigans didn't happen. And it did here, and I was debating doing it again, to be honest. But Casual said at the end, he said at the end of Richmond that it didn't feel right. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna make him work for it. And unfortunately, I got in my groove, and he didn't have the draft to help him out. So good battle. Unfortunate way to end it, but I think it's a dominant finish for a dominant season. I think it's very fitting.
Yeah, I mean, this race kind of signified the entirety of D2 almost. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I would definitely say that. Had a couple challengers here and there, but overall, I mean, I put in the work and it shows. I've been trying to help out everyone as much as I can. Last week didn't do that so well, and it didn't even pay off. Casual still beat me. Casual and Shinty both beat me. So I took it a little easier this week. Just have fun, enjoy the finish, don't focus about it too much, and yeah, I had a great time riding around.
There at the end, you said that Dan and Port almost jeopardized your
Yeah,
race
there
there.
were being a couple weapons, especially. Well, I don't want to say especially Dan, but Dan was definitely fighting harder than Port. Port just unfortunately couldn't find his brakes. I mean, it's not. I understand he doesn't really practice and he doesn't know these cars, but there's gotta be some etiquette when you're racing the leader. Because casual, if that could have gone a really bad with Dan, because he missed his corner and took me with him. If casual was say like 3 seconds back and not 7, that could have been really, really bad. And I would have been livid if that's how. I mean, regardless, I won the championship, whatever. But if I lost like that, I would have lost it. This would be definitely a totally different interview.
It
But
would have been
for,
the Nanners interview at Phoenix
yeah,
with the same.
luckily, yeah, luckily, it didn't end up changing anything, and we still got the W.
All right. That's gonna be my questions. Let me get my earbud out of my ear. Anything else to add? Uh, I'll have some
I
interview
just
questions for you after the race for the pre-race
yeah,
tomorrow. So that'll be a fun little thing.
I would just like to say for the at the end of the season, thank you, Yummy, for putting on a beautiful D2 season, and for all the seasons in MRL. Thank you, T-Man, for to constantly providing great broadcast that it's always improving. Hopefully it'll be even better next season. Thank you to all my competitors for a great season. Casual, especially you really made me work towards the end, and I can't thank you enough. It's been great battling with you, and hopefully that incident in pit road won't tarnish things too hard.
Alrighty, that's Coma's final words, at least for now. Let's get Genty. I want to hear from him. Let's see if I can figure out how to. Oh, there we go. Genty's right here.
Is the mic on?
Yeah.
Is the background noise on?
I can kind of hear it.
Okay. Hi, T-Man.
All right, Genty. Ending out the season with the 3rd place finish. I'm quite I want to hear about the strategy used tonight.
To be honest, I don't really completely blame the loss on me not having pace, but I think it was I'm gonna be completely honest. I think it all started with the grid drop last race. Because if I didn't have that, then I would have been clear to Coma and Casual. And then the first obstacle is but since I had the grid drop, I had to get through Dew. That in itself took about 2 laps because holy shit, that was because he was on my inside and he was kind of like drifting up the racetrack and that sucked. Then I had to deal with Dan, and I'm gonna say one thing, Dan. You were the nicest person to me all night because I wasn't really with anybody else. But he just kind of accepted that I was faster at the time, and he just let me by. So I really do appreciate that from him, not having to race me hard, knowing that I was, maybe slightly faster, because he didn't fight back as much as the other 2 did. And then we get to Port. Now Port, I'm glad he is not here. I hope he is not watching the stream. But holy shit, that fucking. No, you don't understand. Every corner I would get, I know I'm known for late braking, but if I'm known for late braking, then holy shit, he did not brake at all then. It was painful to say the least. That's kind of what got the other 2 separated from me in the first place. Then I lost, and then since I didn't have the same raw pace as them, and I didn't have any drafty buddies, I couldn't do anything. And then the whole fuel saving thing, that was just kind of like, because I started that very, I guess, late in the race because I was like, how long are these guys lasting on fuel? So I just kind of wanted to be on the same pit cycle and not wanting to have any shot at having less fuel than them. And then I I knew I didn't have enough fuel to make it in the first place. I could have gone an extra 15 laps, wouldn't make it made it the entire way, but I just came in anyway. I didn't expect to see any caution, and I was right. As for the caution that happened, or well, the caution that didn't happen,
That was gonna be my next
uh,
question.
yeah. So here's what's happening, right? I have a little bit of lag into like I think it's 3. I really don't know, but it's turn 3. I'm pretty sure. And I hit the inside wall. My car got stuck on the wall for a second, and then finally got able to get it back going. And then I said it like after the start finish line into that like that little stretch that's there. That's when I messaged that I wrecked because I obviously I couldn't I couldn't say that like mid corner because I would have been wall riding, and I wouldn't have said it while I was maybe like stopped because then I would have lost positions off of that. And then I guess eventually just like kind of like brushed it off. He was like, "No, you didn't wreck." I'm not sure if he didn't see the leaderboard when I went to 15 to 22 seconds, but um, it was it was mostly annoying, to say the least. But I do think
We
that
did see the
uh,
end
I,
of
I
it.
no, I no, well, the thing is with the spread out racing and everything, I can see why it was hard on both Yummy or what's his name uh
Avento?
event. So yeah, I know I forgot it for a second, but I can see why it was hard for them to yeah. So and I can see why because everybody was spread out, uh but I'm just gonna say it was a good season for us. We got 2 wins, quotation mark with the third win at Talladega, but you know what happened there. Um, well, the one that didn't happen, but honestly, I like the D1 cars more than I like the D2 cars. I can't stand these fucking shits. Thank God they're gone. Or for me at least. And I'm gonna be happy next season with the turn and break. I'm gonna run one more race this season in general. I'm not gonna run Myrtle Beach. I'm gonna start it, but to serve the drive-through. That's the only reason I'm gonna even attend that. But I'm gonna be at Homestead. Hopefully, it doesn't end like Las Vegas, and I can maybe like get top 3 or above, and that would be pretty nice.
All right. Well, sounds
But
like we got
I'm so,
plans for the next
yeah,
couple of races.
I am so done with this 9 car. I'm thank God this thing's gone in my career. I can't stand it. If I could kick a helmet, or if I could like just kick the car, throw a helmet at it, whatever, I would, but I can't. But I would. So that yeah, not a good season. Congratulations to Kama, the championship. As we already knew since like 3 races ago. And congrats on the win. Casual, good showing today, Phoenix. That was a really good. Again, lag in pit road screwed you again, but you had a good race going. You finished second. Yeah, that's not too bad. So good job there. Bye bye. I'm going to hell. I'm sending myself down.
All right, cool. Let's get casual up here. It'll be the final interview.
Finally,
Right,
I've been
everyone.
waiting.
Well, I mean,
Dude,
it's the end of the season. Gotta have these long interviews.
Oh yeah, it's fitting that we're the ones that got the interview. It sucks. Lag. I don't understand. I mean, I do understand why it gets worse because a different person joins each race, and that's why CENTCOMs. We need a rule where, uh, we make sure that a mod or like a official is the first person to join the server so that we have stable Wi-Fi in each race, or at least just a stable race.
You
in
wouldn't want
general.
Avento to be the first one to join, though.
Yeah, not Evento. He's the only official that should not be allowed to do that. Nothing against him, but against his computer. Or
Against his
him being
Brazilian
in
Wi-Fi.
Brazil, I guess. Yeah.
Just not as good
Against
as
being on a different continent.
any other Wi-Fi.
But, I thought I would have been more pissed coming into this interview, and I am super fucking pissed, but I can't be pissed at Coma because I started catching him before lag cost me like 10 seconds.
Yeah, that
And like
lag was definitely your biggest
it sucks
downfall there.
because I've had the speed. This is the first time I've had the speed. I feel like I've had so many opportunities. And Richmond was fucking gift wrapped.
Mm-hmm.
But I think this is gonna be good going into next season with turn and break. I think I'm learning to find lines better. I mean, the fact that I found a way to gain time over Coma in a corner from a specific change,
Yeah,
like,
that's a big feat.
and I think it's gonna be good because with turn and break, like, I'll have a lot of time to get used to it with testing and with other affiliate leagues that will be running turn and break this next season. I'm looking forward to next season in D1. I'm excited to see what post-merger D2 looks like. I'll probably watch that one closer than I watched D3 this year because I haven't.
um.
But
So what?
and it'll be summer, so I'll have
Yeah.
hella time.
So what happened on pit lane? What was your point of view?
Well, Coma had draft on the pit lane, so he just had faster pit speed. And I just kind of wanted to cross him over on pit lane because I always take an early box, but I didn't want to let off the gas to do that. And when he got past me to turn in, he also turned in, and we just both occupied the same box.
Oh, that's what I thought happened. Oh, hi, Yummy.
I ended up backing up to it, but it was just too late.
Yeah. I mean, other than those lag spikes, I mean, you were able to keep up when you were passing Coma at times. You were definitely one to look out for. As that just kicked me out.
And the lag, I would be ranting right now if this had been a one-time issue, but it's just another gray race. Another waste of time.
I wouldn't say that. You got second.
Yeah, I
It's a
would.
podium. You get Robux.
Dude, who cares? Coma won the championship like ages ago. I'm here to get wins. And I'm not getting them.
Well, you got a whole bright future in front of you. New team. Right? I don't want.
Yep.
Okay, new team.
Yep.
New cars. New teammates. So, I mean, a lot to look forward to next season. We'll figure out some more things about that for the pre-race tomorrow. Other than that, anything else to add?
Nah, I just head to hell.
Okay, well that was quick and then easy. Alright, Yummy. Oh. Oops.
Alrighty.
Hold on. There we go.
Well, that wraps up our Busch Series championship. Of course, congratulations to Coma for winning it. He won it weeks ago, of course, but just congratulations to him once again. Thanks to everybody who helped out throughout the season, the broadcast team, Team Man, Nanners, Radiant, I do believe. They all helped on the broadcast side. So thank you to them. Make sure you like and subscribe to both the MRL channel and the Team Man channel. Team has put a ton of work into both, so give him the support that he needs. Thanks to the drivers for making this all possible. Of course, there would be no race without racers, and of course, may have had our issues at times, but they showed up week after week, helping to keep the series active. So, thanks to them for showing up and continuing to race even when the championship had been over. And thanks to the people who had helped officiate throughout the season, mainly Avento and Logic at times. So thanks to them for helping out on that end. Of course, we will not be here next weekend for D2. So of course, tomorrow night we're going to Myrtle Beach for D1, so make sure you're tuned in there. That should be a good show. And then, of course, next week will be D3 and D1 only. D1 will have its finale race next weekend at Miami. That should be a good show to watch, so make sure you're tuning in there as well. But of course, make sure you like and subscribe. Throw down a comment. Helps us push us out through the algorithm, gets our name out there. But until then, goodbye.